Oh, this is scary. Hi, I'm Eleni. I crochet. I actually don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. If you don't know, you might know. It depends where you're coming from. How you stumbled across this video. I run a small crochet business, and alongside that I run a semi-successful TikTok account about it. It's called Lenny's Crochet. Yeah, it is. It's Lenny's Crochet. I started it in 2022, and literally I think since the month I started it I've had requests of YouTube videos. If I crochet something, I'll normally see like a photo of it on Pinterest or, you know, Instagram or something, and I won't look for a pattern. I'll just try and make it myself, and I prefer, that's how I like to do it. I prefer doing it that way. And then I'll post about it and somebody will be like, hey, do you have a pattern? And I'm like, I actually don't have a pattern, because I did make it up from what I saw. And every time I'll be like, yeah, like I do. It's not like I'm trying to gatekeep, and it's not like I'm lying. I do try and start writing a pattern for it. And I like to think I'm a lazy but productive person. At heart, I just want to lie in my bed and watch movies and crochet. But I can't. I promise at some point those patterns probably would have come out. But now I've just decided it's so much easier to sit here and tell you how to do it on YouTube. Okay, now that I'm done rambling, I thought I'd start like with my first video being like a relaxed tutorial, so it's not going to be like, this is how you do the double crochet, like, no, I'm making another pair of shorts. These are the shorts. I haven't sewn in the ends. That's also, I don't do it. I was going to say unless I wear it out the house I sew in the ends. No, that's not true, because I've worn multiple things at the house recently that do not have ends sewn in. Anyway, these shorts, I made a like carousel TikTok of them recently. So many requests for a pattern, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna write one. Sat down to write one, and I was like, I'm so scared of like the sizing and the made to measure bit. Like this, bottoms for me are scary. Like I feel like I love making tops, but bottoms for me are scary. It's not as hard as you think it is, personally, in my opinion, but I'm gonna show you. Very relaxed though. They are low rise. Basically, just do this bit longer to make them high-waisted. First YouTube video tutorial on these bad boys. To get started, yarn wise, I am using the Wool Factory Pearl Sky DK 100% acrylic. It doesn't feel like acrylic because this is, I think it's James C. Brett. I don't have the packaging anymore. It's the one that says like 100% cotton on it. If I can find it, I will link it in the bottom if I can figure out how to do that. Bear in mind, just bear with me with that one. And they look the same. Like, I know this is actually cotton, but like they feel kind of similar. It doesn't feel like acrylic, basically. But then I've got like the white one, yellow, and this green. I'm using a 4mm hook. I love these ones. What are they called? Ergonomic? That could be so wrong. If I'm right, I'm going to be so proud of myself. And scissors. And a tape measure. I'm going with the green turquoise yellow vibe. I feel like that's nice. I'm still sticking with the 3 stripes. I think they're really cute. This is so scary. Please bear with me. I'm really scared. Where's the dog? Oh, he's coming. Okay, right. We should probably crack on now. I somehow managed to lose all of the not all of the footage. The start of the footage of me making the waistband. I'm going to quickly try and show you now and refilm it. But to start, you're going to want to take your tape measure and take your waist measurement and take 2 inches off it, which I think is about 5 centimeters. Because the band is stretchy, instead of working like down, we're working around, so you can control how tight the waistband is, and they're really stretchy, so I tend to take 2 inches off. It depends, you can take more or less depending on how loose or tight you want the waistband. Okay, so once you've taken your waistband measurement, taken 2 inches or however many centimeters you want on or off it, we're going to start with the starting chain, which is like how tall you want the waistband. These are shorts. As I said, I'm refilming this. I chain 14. I am using DK yarn though, remember, so if you're using a thicker yarn and you want the same, maybe chain a bit less, maybe like 11 or 12. 1 is for turning, so 13 stitches in the waistband, and we are using single crochets all the way around, but back loop only. So the first row you're going to do a normal row of crochet, single crochet, and you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to go into the back loop only, chain 1, turn your work, back loop only. That is how you get this ribbed effect here. Okay, so once you have your starting chain, you are going to skip the first chain, the last one you just made, and go into the second, and just single crochet all along. If you're doing the same as me and you've got 14 chains, you should have 13 single crochets. Okay, so once you get to the last bit by here, chain 1, turn your work. The V's on the top of these, you are going to, as you're looking at it, so mine's going to be the closest one to the camera because I'm looking at it from the other way, but you're going to single crochet into the back loop of that V. See that the front stitches are making like that ribbing effect because you're missing the front stitches, and that's what's making the ribbed effect. Just to make sure that you understand properly, so this V, you've got the front loop and the back loop, you're going to go into the back loop only and single crochet and just keep going. And when you get to the end of the row, you're going to chain 1, turn, and then back loop only again, all the way across. You're going to want to keep going till this, I know it looks really small, is the length of your waist measurement. As you can see, so the rows, they'll look like this. You're working this way, but yeah. I did 136 rows. I hope I've re-explained that right. Trust me to lose the footage. On the first YouTube video I've ever made. I'm gonna edit this in now because it was all edited, and then I went to download it and I was like, there's a big chunk missing. Yeah, thank you. It's been a few hours now, because I had to just do a few things, walk the dog, etc. But I finished the waistband, and now once you get here, you're not going to chain 1 on the last row, and I'm going to flip you over now and we're going to slip stitch. Okay, now that we're here on this last row, you're going to put your hook back, back through the stitch you've just made, and back through the first chain here. And you're going to wrap over and pull through, and also pull through the little loop that was already on your hook like this. And you're going to keep doing that. So you're going to do the second stitch and the second chain, pull through, slip. Do this 13 times all the way across. We've done the last slip stitch, just chain 1, cut and tug on it, and then you can also do like an extra knot as well. Also, I've now moved on to the Pretty Basic podcast. For the next bit, you are going to need your hip measurement. So at the highest point of your hips, take your measurement. Mine is 38. You're going to increase to, I think the last increase is on the pink, the last pink before I split them. The first few rows from the waistband are just normal, no increases. First 4 rows, increase on the 5th row, normal 6th row, increase 7th row, normal 8th row, so on and so forth. Just continue to do that until you reach your hip measurement, and cut it into the shorts, into the legs. If you want to make them more high-waisted, then just keep going. Once you reach your maximum hip measurement, just then keep going until you're happy. Try them on until you're happy with how they sit, and then split them, cut them. I think I'm going to keep calling it cut them by accident, but until you split them down the middle then. But I will explain this as I'm going along also a bit better. I'm going to grab our first colour. We're going to make a slip knot. This is the seam here. We're going to insert our hook in here. And then we're going to chain 1. I'm going to insert my hook back into, I'm going to crochet under my ends in at the same time. You're going to insert your hook into the edge of each row. So you should have, I've got 136 rows on my waistband, so I should have 136 double crochets in the first round. to change colour this is now, and to like create the seam, flip your work. Here, when you have 2 loops on the hook to cut off and crochet over the end, you're going to get your new colour, a slip stitch with that, with the new one, as so. Insert that onto your hook and pull that through. It doesn't affect the actual stitch itself. Insert our hook into this chain 1 space down here, and we're going to slip stitch, chain 1 and flip like that. There we go. Take the ends and I'm going to crochet over them, and I'm going to do this for 2 more rows after this row as well, so we have 4 rows. It's a bit later on. I have done the first 4 rows without increase. I actually really like the colours as well. I think they're really cute. So I had 136 rows on the waistband, and now I have 136 stitches in each row. Now we're going to start increasing, and what you're going to do is you're going to divide. This is how I kind of work it out. You're going to divide the total number of stitches by 4. So I've got 136, so that is 34. Might have to check that. 34. So what you're going to do is from each side of the seam, you're going to count 34 out, and it should land right on the hips here, and you're going to use stitch markers, and on the 34th of each, put a stitch marker in here so you know where to increase. I have been crocheting for over 3 years. I have never purchased stitch markers in my life. These are cheap earrings. This is what I use. So I'm going to put my stitch markers in. Okay, so where you've put your stitch markers, you're going to put 2 double crochets into that 1 stitch. So as I said before, now on this 5th row you'll do an increase, then put the stitch marker back into the increase. Doesn't matter if the 1st or 2nd double crochet in the increase, and then you're going to do a normal row with no increases, and then on the 7th row again increase where the stitch marker is. Just replace the stitch marker when you go round on the normal row, if that makes sense. I will try and show you as I'm going along. Really happy with the colours as well. I think they're really cute. Just done the first increase. I can't get over this earring. I think it's so funny. First increase here, just 2, and it's just like a gentle increase in every other row, so it doesn't go like straight out, like really like sharply. It's like a gentle increase. That way it fits better, and it like is more form-fitting, rather than you have like weird, do you know, sometimes you can get like weird lumps at your hips. I feel like by doing it this way and doing increases in every other row. Oh, these are gonna be so cute. Okay, they're giving debut, Taylor Swift debut. Also, I am going to Taylor Swift next Monday. Next Tuesday. It's a week tomorrow. It's my birthday week today, and it's Taylor Swift week tomorrow. I brought it up because I'm going as debut. I'm dressing as debut. It has no relevance to this video whatsoever. I'm just very excited. It's starting to get dark outside, so I've had to turn the lamp on behind me. So like I'm over here trying not to blind you. Just row 6. As you can see in the turquoise row, there's the increase, and then I've done row 6, which is normal. On my 7th row now, I will do another increase where my stitch markers are, my earrings, my stitch markers are, and I will repeat rows 5 and 6 all the way until I reach my hip measurement now. Keep trying them on until you feel like, okay, I like where it sits, I like the length of them, and then start splitting them basically. Okay, so I did 18 rows of DK weighted yarn before I split mine. So I'm going to keep checking in until I reach my measurement, but this is just like a kind of, it's like a crochet with me, but I'm teaching you how to do it at the same time. Also, I do have a good few ideas of videos, but I also just want to know what everybody wants to see, like what you guys want to see. In the comments, give me a series I should watch while I'm crocheting and a YouTube video idea, please. I do have work this morning. I'm going to take it with me. I'm going to see if I can do any just going up to the hip measurement. I'm not going to split them yet or anything because I still need to explain that part, but basically just keep going with rows 5 and 6, increase normal. I'm back from work. I did manage to do quite a bit actually. 4 more rows left. left of the 18, so I've just finished my 14th row. I'm going to try and show you now that I've done a few. See, increase, normal, increase, normal, increase. I feel like I've explained that bit quite well. I'm hoping maybe I'm going to finish these today, because I do it quite quickly and I'm not making the legs on these ones as long as these ones. I'm playing yarn chicken, I really am, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough. It really doesn't look like it. It really doesn't look like it. Yeah, right, I've got 4 more rows, so I'm going to do that now and I will be back with you. The last row should be not an increase, so like if you increased your measurement and you're happy with the length, just do 1 more row so there's not an increase in it. It's just easier when working out how to split the legs and stuff. Done 17 rows instead of 18, no 16 instead of 18, because I'm making them a little bit more low rise than my other one. Once you get to your measurement and you've done the last row with no increases, instead of changing colour, just slip stitch into the seam as normal instead of changing colour then slip stitching. This is the part where we're going to split the shorts into the legs, so we're going to do that now. So basically you are going to count the stitches in your last row and you're going to divide it by 2, and it should land right where the seam is. I'm going to put a stitch marker in mine now. On the other side, right where the seam is, divide it by 2 and count that number, the divided by 2 number. So I've just put my stitch marker in, and as you can see, it is, when I line it up like that, the seam on the back, it is pretty much directly in front of the seam. Depending on how kind of long, I don't know how to describe it, but how long you want the gusset, depends on how many you chain. So anywhere from like 10 to 16 chain. I think I do around, well no, I know I do around 14. So I'm going to chain 14. Anyway, from 10 to 16 is normally kind of the guide. After you've slip stitched, keep it on the hook, don't tie off. And you're going to chain your number. I'm chaining 14. Okay, when you have your chain here, you're going to insert your hook into where you've put your stitch marker, and you're going to slip stitch and tie off. Slip stitch and tie off. Now you have the length of your shorts in the middle section and you have split, and there's a chain here. So now we're going to do what we've been doing. You are now going to work in 2 rounds. You're going to do 1 leg in the round, not in the round, but you know, in circles. You can do it in the round if you want to. I've personally decided not to do my shorts in the round. I just don't like working in the round. Now going to work as we have been with the main body in each leg. So you're going to go round, slip stitch, another row round for each leg, onto each side of the chain, double crochets from each leg coming off the same chain. The legs, I've done 6 rows. If you want, obviously, if you want them longer, keep going, keep trying them on. It's all about your preference. It's all about what you want to do with your shorts. Try and flip you over and show you now as I'm doing it. And I will show you how to do this little, it's called a picket stitch. Picket stitch on the edge, little bobble border, because I think it's really sweet, and I had so many comments asking about how to do the border. Okay, so I've just crocheted all the way around the leg, and now I've come to the chain bit by here. I've just crocheted into the last stitch before. Okay, you're going to insert your hook into one side of the chain like that, and just double crochet then as normal across the chain. And now I've just cut off and I'm going to change colour again, but you're going to basically do what we've been doing now when we were doing the normal rows up here. Change colour, slip stitch into here, flip your work, go back in the round. You can add increases if you want the legs to be a bit wider. I don't personally. Lengthwise, again, as I said, you can go longer, shorter. I'm going to do 6 rows. And then when you go around on the other side now, you should be able to insert your hook into this bit of the chain as well. So you have double crochets on each side of the chain around the seam like this. You can see the chain is in the middle and there's double crochets coming off on each side connected to each leg like that. As you can see, there we go, we've started. Keep going round and round in circles until you reach your desired leg length. I think I'm going to lose yarn chicken. So I'm going to do 1 leg, show you how to do the stitch. You literally just repeat on the other leg, because I don't think I will finish them. I will post them. Maybe I'll show them in my next video. If I do, no, I will do another video. I'll show them in my next video as proof that I've done it. I'm going to finish the leg and I'll be back to show you how to do the border. I finished one leg and I'm just going to do the border now, so I'm going to show you how to do the border, but just basically repeat this exact same thing again on the other leg, same with the border as well. You're going to grab your colour that you used for your waistband. This is called the picket stitch. If I explain this really badly, stitch the picket stitch. It's tied off into the thing just to make it easier. Yes, I'm going to reattach my yarn now and I'm going to show you how to do it. And it's built up of single crochets. To do the picket stitch, it's built up of single crochet. So I've just done a little bit here so you can see what it looks like. Single crochet as normal, as so. And then you chain one here and see the V on top. You're going to go into the outside, only one of them, like that, and pull it up on your hook, yarn over and pull through the two like that, so you've got almost a single crochet floating in midair, and then single crochet again to almost anchor it back down there again. So you're going to want a single crochet, chain one, insert your hook back in here, and then yarn over and pull through both, single crochet to bring it back down, anchor it down, way around then, and you have what you call the picket stitch by there. And the cute little picket border is done. I love bordering with this stitch. I absolutely love it. It's in one of my top patterns. So for the other leg, literally just repeat exactly what we just did with the rows, with the stitches. Make sure they're even, obviously. I'm not going to do it in this video because I lost it. I lost yarn chicken. The yarn shop is open tomorrow, so I will go and get some more and I will show you in my next video to prove that I finished them. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I'm very scared to post this video. I hope this actually does see the light of day. I think it will. I think it will because I've already started editing it. Please leave some suggestions down below of more video ideas of what you want to see, things you want me to try and make. Thoughts, questions, queries. What is that? What is Fred doing? Fred? Bye. Thank you. Say thanks, Fred.